All right, good evening, everyone, or good day, whenever it is that you're watching me. I'm here. It's another day and it's another discussion. And if you're new to my channel, thank you for joining us. Thank you for stopping in and dropping by. So this channel is about credit. It's about financing. It's about how to structure your credit and make sure that you have good credit report or maybe even a good credit score. Because there's a lot of things in life that, believe it or not, require credit, whether you like that or not. It's one of those things that having good credit is going to be essential for a lot of opportunities that might come your way. For example, if you're in the market for buying a new home, you're going to need good credit unless you have the ability to buy the home in cash. Now, most people don't have that ability to buy a home fully with cash. You know, they might have some money saved up where they can buy a portion of it in, with a down payment, and then you're going to have to borrow money. You're going to have to get a loan from a mortgage company or some type of other financial institution that's going to give you money so that you can buy a house. Because nowadays houses they're going up in value, especially if you live on the East Coast or the West Coast. A lot of homes that are not the prices that they used to be when our parents were our age now. They are very expensive, and in order to get into a good house, you probably will need a loan to take care of the balance from the difference from your down payment. And so another reason is because if you also you want to buy a car, want to buy an automobile, again, unless you have cash to buy the whole thing, you are most likely going to need to borrow some money. Maybe put a little bit money down, a few $1,000s for a down payment on an automobile, but then you will need to apply for a loan so that you can get a loan so you can buy the car. So with that said, those are just kind of the basic ideas and basic topics that why you would need credit, amongst other things, but we'll go on to that in a different discussion. But what I want to talk about today is, how do you actually establish credit? So this video is actually going to be for someone that's maybe on the younger side, the younger generation, maybe coming out of college. You're now an adult, and so now you need to start making decisions as far as where you're going to live, what kind of job you're going to have. Maybe you want to buy a house. You're going to start, being more responsible, and you're going to be making the payments on an automobile and whatnot. So when you need to borrow money to buy these things, to have buying power, what's going to happen is you're going to be needing a loan. And so good credit will give you that ability to have a good interest rate and also to be approved of a loan. And if you have bad credit, then it might hinder you from receiving a loan so that you can purchase whatever it is that you need. So you need to establish good credit. So with that said, I want to go through a few things that are going to help you establish good credit. And actually, these are 3 things that I'm going to discuss and share with you that will be a benefit to you, and how you can actually establish good credit if you don't actually have good credit. So the number one item that I'm going to share with you is that you can actually open what is called a secure credit card. Now, a secure credit card is different than a normal credit card. This is for someone that maybe is new to credit and don't have a credit history where a credit card company knows who you are and can see a history of your credit, where they can give you a credit card with a credit limit. This is for someone that maybe is new, so they are having trouble getting a credit card. So what you can do is you can apply for this certain types of credit card that most credit card companies offer, and then what's called a secure credit card. And the secured credit card is going to have a limit, but it's only going to have a limit on what you put into it. For example, typically a credit card, if you apply and you are approved, you might get a certain limit, maybe a $2,000 limit, a $5,000 limit, maybe a $10,000 limit. And that's the limit that they are going to allow you to spend and use their credit. However, if you can't qualify for that type of credit and you need new credit, therefore you're establishing credit, you can get what is called a secure credit card. Now, a secure credit card, you actually have to put down a deposit. It's actually for collateral. Let's say you have $500. So you apply for this secure credit card, you put $500 in, and therefore your limit is $500. So they'll take your 500, hold it as collateral, and now you can use your credit card, and now you can use it for whatever purchase that you need to. Fuel for your automobile, maybe you need to use it to buy some clothing, department stores, food, whatever it is that you need to use this credit card for, you can use it, but your limit is going to be the amount of money that you put into it. So if you put $500 into this secure credit card, that's going to be your limit. So in order to establish good credit with that, because you have skin in the game, if you use a credit card throughout the month, and let's say you use it $200 out of the five, well, if you pay that down or pay it off the next month, that's great. It shows that you're responsible, you can make payments, and you can bring back down the balance. And so therefore, you can use $500 again next month. So if you do this for several months, however long the credit card company believes that they need you to do that to be active, if you do this on a continual basis, make the payments on a timely manner, do not be late, do not exceed the credit limit, and you're using it, paying it off, and you're showing that this habit that you have is a good habit. What may happen is that they may reward you with either extending your limit or offering you another card that is going to be a non-secured credit card. So they might just go ahead and give you a credit card for $1,000 or $5,000, depending. So you need to start off with the secured credit card, so it gives you a little bit of buying power, but it's your money and that's your limit. So the number two thing that you can do is you can be what is called an authorized user on someone else's card. Now, this is good and bad. So if you can't get credit, let's say you're a young individual, and maybe either your mother or your father or a friend, a family, or your spouse, they have good credit, they get a credit card, well, then you can be a user on that credit card, but it's one account. So let's say user A, which is the person that received the credit card, let's say there's a $2,000 balance limit on it. Okay, so user B is the person that needs to establish credit. They're an authorized user. So they're both using this credit card with the same limit, let's say $2,000. So whatever credit person A uses and person B, you add it up, and you're going to reach that level, or you need to be within that minimum the minimum limit. So this can be good and it can be bad, because the authorized user will start establishing credit, and they got an authorized card based on the person A. Now, what may happen if you're not careful is if person A, who is the main user, starts making late payments or is delinquent, or the credit card goes into collections, they start doing some bad things, well, that habit is going to flow into your credit report, because you are listed as an authorized user, and it's going to show up on your credit report. And if you're good with the card but they're not, it kind of intermixes this credit history. And so it can be good if they're both responsible, but it can be bad if one of the two is responsible, because it's a shared account. So you want to be careful on that. However, it is a good strategy if you do it properly. Now, the number three thing that you can do to establish credit is actually take out a small loan. For example, you can't really get a big loan, you can't buy a house. However, you might be able to get a small loan that you can use for purchasing, maybe, I'm just going to say, like a used car at a used car dealership. Maybe you find a car that's $5,000 or $10,000 sitting on the lot, and you have $2,000 or $3,000 saved up. You can use that as a down payment. Then you can get a small loan for the difference. So let's say you got a small loan for about $5,000 on a $7,000 car. You put in two, you need to borrow $5,000. Somebody is willing to give you a loan for $5,000. That's great. The reason is because now you can start establishing credit. Make your payments on time. Do not be late. Keep making the payments where you're bringing that balance down, and one day you're going to pay it off. Then it's going to go on your report that you have a good payment history. You brought down your balance of the loan and you've paid it off. It shows other creditors that you were responsible for your credit, and you will probably, most likely, again, if you're maintaining this good credit habit, you will most likely be able to get a loan for a higher amount in the future, like buying a more expensive car, or getting a loan at a larger rate, a larger amount, or even buying a house because you've established. So if you establish this history, so if you can, again, if you're new at trying to establish credit, a secured card is going to be a good benefit. A authorized user is good too, but a little bit more risky. And then a small loan is a good way to go too. So I personally would probably get a secured credit card and then a small loan, because it's only based on your activity. The authorized user is, again, it could be good, but it could be bad. So you need to be careful with that. But those are 3 ways that I'm sharing with you that you can use to establish credit. And that's just the beginning. So if you can start your life, if you're young and you need to start establishing credit, because let me tell you, a lot of places nowadays require credit. For example, even like an apartment complex nowadays are requiring a credit check along with the background check. This may or may not be a benefit to you. If you have bad credit, um, may not be approved for the application for an apartment. I've seen this many times. And a lot of my clients are calling me and saying that they need to have good credit because they can't get an apartment. So another thing is also, believe it or not, employers are checking to see uh, if their employees have good or bad credit, because it shows if they're responsible. And that's becoming more and more popular, that employers are looking at the credit of their applicants. So you might want to keep that in consideration. And then again, if you need to buy a home or if you need to buy a car, or just borrow money, you need to have good credit. And it could be a benefit in the future, especially if you want to start a business, or you want to get a bigger home, put your family in a good situation. Good credit is going to go far for you. So those are just the ideas, 3 ideas that I'm giving you. Hopefully that's some good information for you. Now, if you have credit that you need help with and you are struggling to fix your credit, if you're watching this on Instagram, you can direct message me, and we can get together. I do free credit consultations, and I can help you learn and how to read credit reports. We can take a look at what's on your credit report, and then we can actually fix your credit report. That's what I do. I help people with their credit report and their credit profile. And now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can email me, and we can connect, and we can also get together. And if you need help with your credit report, I do that. That's what I do. That's what this channel's about, and that's what I do. So we've helped many people, and I would love to help you. Just reach out to me. Go to my website if you need to. I also have a free ebook. But I thank you for watching this channel. And if you're on YouTube, I would love it if you would just like and subscribe, be part of the community. We're a new channel. It's only been a couple months, but we're really growing. And if you're watching this on Instagram, please follow me and direct message me if you would like a free consultation, and we can go from there. And with that said, those are my nuggets for today, how to establish good credit. I hope that helped you. I hope that is a benefit to you. And come back again tomorrow, and we'll do another live report. And thank you for watching. And I hope that you're doing well, and God bless you.